What up, YouTube? My name's Logan Leach, and today we're going to be making a fully functional calculator using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and enjoy the video. So we're going to be starting out in Visual Studio Code. I like to start off by making my three files. We're going to be making a HTML file, index.html. We are also going to be making a JavaScript file, script.js. And we're also going to be making a CSS file, so styles.css. I like to usually start out with my HTML file. Now I'm going to be using a plugin called Live Preview, and this is going to demonstrate over here on the side what is happening as we're coding. All right, so to get started, I usually do the exclamation mark, and then you're going to click Tab, and it brings up this little starter thing for HTML. Now we're going to leave most of all this the same. However, we are going to change the title. Now you can change the title to whatever you want. Now, we are going to name it to calculator using HTML/CSS/JavaScript. And then the only other thing we need to do here is add in our CSS. So to do that, we're going to do link. Link rel style sheet, and then href, and then we are going to use the name of your CSS file. Now we named our styles. You can name yours whatever you like, and that right there is how you successfully link it. So now we are going to be adding in a bunch of different divs. So to start out, we're going to make the first div here. So it'll be div class, and we're going to name it container. Now, underneath this div, we are going to make another div, and this div is another div class, and we're going to name it calculator. Underneath this div, we are going to make a form, and inside this form is going to be basically all of our buttons. And then in the form, we're going to do another div class, and we are going to name this display. In here, we're going to put an input. Type is text. Name is display. And then ID will be display. So if you see over here, we're getting started with our live preview. So we're going to be making another div. And in this div, there's going to be this is basically us building the buttons for the calculator. So we're going to do input. Type is going to be button, not text. The value. So this is what is going to be the button name. So we're going to start out with AC, and then we're going to move down the list. So next up will be the delete, the dot, and the divide. Class is going to be operator, and then the ID is going to be clear. We're going to do that in lowercase. Clear. So on your keyboard, if you do Shift, Alt, and down, it essentially copies it. So we are going to do this 2 more times. And you see we have 4 ACs. Now, obviously, we don't need 4 ACs, so we're going to make this DE for delete, dot for decimal, and slash for divide. So over here, we have to change the IDs. So we have clear. Now we need one for delete. We need another one here for decimal. And then our last one here is divide. And this is our first div. So now we are going to do that all over again. And in this div, you guessed it, it's going to pretty much be the exact same. And then we are going to Shift Alt down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And now these ones are going to be our numbers. So we'll do 7, 8, 9. And then this one will be our multiply, which is the star. And then we're going to change the IDs. So 7, 8, 9, and multiply. And you can see it grow, or you can see our calculator growing here on the side. So we are now going to do this yet again. And we're going to do 4, 5, 6 and subtract. 4, 5, 6, and subtract. And now we got to change the IDs. 4, 5, 6, and subtract. All right, and then we're going to do this again, and it'll be 1, 2, 3, and add. 1, 2, 3, and add. 1, 2, 3, and add. All right, now we're going to do this yet again, but we are going to remove this one here. All right, and then these 3 values will be the 00, 0, and equals. Now we just got to change the ID to change this one to 00, 0, and equals. Awesome. And now we pretty much have our calculator. We are almost done here. The only thing I'm going to add now is the script for the JavaScript. So to add our JavaScript, I'm going to be doing script src and then the file name, which is script.js. And there we go. This is Control S to save, and this is everything you need for the HTML file. We've essentially built the calculator over here. Now we're going to head on over to the styles, and we are going to design the calculator. Margin will be 0. The padding will be 0. And the font family will be Poppins Sans Serif. Then we're going to just do the box sizing to border box. Perfect. There we go. All right. So now we're going to work on the container, which is up here. See how we named the div class container? That's what we're working on now. So we're going to do a dot container. And we're going to make the width of this 100%. Then we're going to make the height 100 VH. And then we're going to make the background. You can realistically make it any color. I'm just personally going to use 524431. Some basic brown. Again, you can make it any color you want. Now for the display, we are going to do flex. And for the align items, we're going to do center. And now the justify content is going to be center as well. And there you go. You can start to see our calculator form a little bit here. So this is the container. Next up, we are going to work on the calculator here for this div class. All right. And now for the background, you can realistically make it any color you want. I'm just going to use 1A 811F. To make it green. Green is my favorite color, so the padding we're going to make 20px, and the border radius we are going to make 10px. We're going to be adding a box shadow for this for a little bit of effects. You do not have to add a box shadow, of course. It is not necessary, but it looks cool. So 0px, 10px, 20px, RGBA. We're going to do 0, 0, 0, and then 0.3. You see, we got a little drop shadow effect. All right, next up, we are going to do the calculator form inputs. All right, so for this, we're going to be doing the border set to 0, the outline set to 0, the width set to 60px. Now you can see our calculator is starting to form a little bit better. We're going to be doing the height also to 60px. We're going to be doing the border radius to 10px. And now you can see our little buttons are starting to form on the side there. And then we're going to be doing another box shadow. Negative 8px, negative 8px, 15px here. And then we're going to do another RGBA. And we're going to be doing 255, 255, 255, and 0.1. All right. Now over here, we're going to be doing a comma, and we're actually going to be adding more here. So 5px, 5px, 15px, and then we're going to be doing another RGBA. And this one's going to be 0, 0, 0, 0.2. Now there's a lot there on that box shadow line. There it is all there. Then next up, we're going to be doing the background as transparent. And now you can see our little buttons are forming there. So we take that away. It's white. Add it back. It's transparent. Now for the font size, we're going to be doing 20px. And then for the color, we're going to be doing FFF. You can make the color of your buttons whatever you like. I'm just going to be making them white for today. And the cursor, we're going to be doing pointer. And then the margin is 10px. There you go. And now the buttons are all spaced out a little bit better. So next up, we are going to be... All right, next up, we're going to be doing the form display. So we're going to be displaying flex here. We're going to make... Oh. We're going to make the justify content flex end. And the margin is going to be 20px, 0. Next up, we're going to do form display again, and then input. Text align is going to be on the right. The flex is going to be 1. You see here our calculator number box up here. And the font size is going to be 45px. And then the box shadow, we're going to do none. All right, we're almost done here. We just have to do a couple more things. We're going to be doing a form input. Oh, form input dot equal. And we're just going to make this with 145px. Then for the form input dot operator, we're going to be making this color, we'll do F8E680. There. Actually, you know what? No, I think we'll just go back to... Oh, I think we'll just go back to the white for this. But if you want to change the color to the buttons, you can also change it down here. So now that we are done the HTML, the styles, we got our calculator all going. The only thing we're missing out is the functionality for the calculator, because if we go ahead and click anything, nothing happens. So that's where the fun comes in. JavaScript. So over here in our JavaScript, we're going to be doing a const display equals a document dot query selector display. Perfect. Then now we're going to be doing const buttons equals document dot query selector, and we're going to be doing all for this one. Input type equals button. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Perfect. And now we're going to be doing a buttons dot for each button equals. Perfect. And then now button dot, we're going to be adding in event listener for the buttons. So if it clicks, function. Perfect. And now that we got that set up, we're going to be doing const value equals button dot value. And then now we're going to be making a bunch of if else statements. So if the value equals, remember, do 3 equals AC, then display dot value equals there. All right, that's awesome. Now we are going to be doing we're going to be doing a else if the value equals D for delete. We're going to display dot value, same as we did up here, but we're going to be doing a toString. So equals display dot value again dot toString dot slice 0 -1. Boom. There we are. And then after that, we are going to be doing, you guessed it, another if else. Value equals. Now we're going to be doing a try catch here. Try a display a dot value equals eval display dot value. And then we are going to be catching that error. And we're going to want that to display dot value plus equals value. Boom. All right, we are almost done that. Just got to add one of these here, one of these here. And oh wait, no. All right, made a little mistake. So for the catch error, we are actually going to be displaying a error, believe it or not, equals error. Oh, Perfect. And then now we're going to come down here and do a else statement. We're actually going to do that right here. Else. So if it doesn't catch the error, so if it catches the error, it'll say error. If it doesn't catch the error, we are going to have it display dot value plus equals value. And don't forget to add one of these here, one of these here, and one of these here. Awesome. Now we're going to hit Control S. And assuming that we did this correctly, this should be everything that you need for the JavaScript for the calculator. So let's go ahead and test that out. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 times 3 equals 9. My favorite multiple choice question, 4 times 3 should equal 12. It does. We're going to do 8 minus 9, -1, so we can go into the negatives here. Which one haven't we done? Divide 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So you see this here. This one works as well. 96, subtract 56, 40, 4, double 0 works, single 0 works, 4,000, dot 222, divide by 3. Comes out to this weird funky number, but you get the gist. Everything here in the calculator works for our HTML, our JavaScript, and our CSS. This is the calculator here. You guys can design the colors in whichever way you like. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good one.